Are there really good people out there in times of just complete wickedness? Welcome to Beard Ministry. My name is Josh Nichols, and this is Monday Minute. Monday Minute is a place where we get your week started off with a quick Bible study. So if you're new here, please go check out some of the previous videos. But if you've been here before, hey, you know what time it is, and it's time to get your week started off with some of that Old Testament redemption. Come on! Let's get started. In the previous episode, we talked about this woman named Jezebel, and if you haven't already seen it, please go back and see that because this is just a continuation of that, okay? But in this episode, we're going to be discussing the daughter of Jezebel, and her name was Athaliah. Now, hold up, Josh. There's no way that Athaliah is as bad as her mother, right? Well, let's get to it. Let's find out. Now, do you remember the guy that we talked about in the previous episode named Jehu? You know, remember this? Well, later on, we see in 2 Kings chapter 9, this guy named Jehu is actually named king of Israel. Jehu actually goes to Jezreel and he finds Jezebel and tells the eunuchs with her to throw her out of the window. Well, before killing Jezebel, Jehu actually killed this guy named Ahaziah. Now, all of this was because Jehu was appointed by God's prophet Elisha to wipe out Ahab's family. You know, because of all the wickedness against God that was in that family. It was bad. Well, Ahaziah actually happened to be Athaliah's son. And after this, she gets so mad, she decides to wipe out the entire royal family. Let me say that again. The entire royal family. Everyone. Now there's this woman named Jehosheba, and she's actually the sister of Ahaziah. She goes and takes Ahaziah's son Joash, and she hides him in the temple for 6 years. During this time period, Athaliah ruled over the land, you know, because she basically just killed everyone else off. Now during the 7th year, this priest named Jehoiada, he actually gets these people to guard the rightful king Joash and tells them to kill anybody who gets close to him. Jehoiada brings in Joash and actually crowns him as king, and then all the people start cheering. Woo! But Athaliah hears all the commotion. She comes out and sees what's going on, rips her clothes and says, "Treason! Treason!" Jehoiada commands the troops to kill Athaliah. And well, they do. Then all the people went to the temple of Baal, you remember the false god, and they tore it down and smashed all the altars and the idols. Once again, an evil woman, Athaliah, was defeated in the end. But don't forget a key woman in this story, Jehosheba. If it wasn't for her courage to stand up and hide Joash, then this story would have never happened. Remember, God is always working His plan. And to be faithful, when God tells you to stand up for righteousness, even if you're standing evil in the face. Thank you for joining this episode of Monday Minute. Be sure to come back next week. We're going to be talking about these unnamed women of the Bible. Yes, these women are unnamed, but they have an incredible story. So be sure to come back next week. But until then, I want to encourage you, get out there, make a difference in this world. All right, peace.